nonprofits, particularly in the arts and culture sector, there seems to be a never-ending stream of possibilities and ideas, and with all nonprofits, we're just trying to save the world. But we also are constrained by our budgets and the staff that we have available and other things that are going on in our community and many competing priorities. So that is definitely a challenge. However, there's an incredible opportunity that we have as an arts and cultural organization to remind people of why arts and culture are so important to our lives, and to keep that front and center for our community, and to be there for our community in times of crisis, and to, through the arts, have people have another way to come together that they may not have had otherwise, whether it's through music or art or dance or theater. The arts contribute an incredible amount to people's lives in good times and bad. I think the increase in all the news available and the digital platforms available can be overwhelming. Sometimes we find that it also can be very, very direct to the people that we need to reach. So for instance, if an event is canceled or our phone lines are down, one of the quickest things we can do is send out a tweet, and the exact people who are looking for the information will likely just check our Twitter and realize what's going on. And so yes, it can be overwhelming, but there's also unlimited ways now to target our message, and I found it to be very helpful. In the arts and cultural sector, we have seen a huge shift in the way the arts are covered in the media. And since I've been doing PR, which I started about 20 years ago, the landscape has completely changed. We used to have a situation where almost every major city had at least one, if not two, daily newspapers, and they would all have a full group of reporters, whether it was full-time art critic, theater critic, book critic, dance critic, music critic. All of those critics were there, and it really allowed for us all to have a certain kind of conversation about arts and culture in our country. And that conversation has definitely shifted, because many of those papers no longer exist, or the ones that do have had their staffs really cut. And while that has caused us some pain and suffering in terms of the amount of coverage that we've been getting through traditional media, it has also given space for another kind of conversation to happen with influencers and bloggers. And of course, the press that are still there are even more important to us. But it's also let us have a more direct conversation with our audience members and with people around the world who we talk to, because we can also develop our own content and in a way report on ourselves and on each other and what's happening in our industry. And it's created a very different and also very interesting conversation. So we're excited to see what happens in the future.